Hi guys, it's 9:29:12 at 1:54 p.m. The wet head is not dead. I just got in from a long bike ride exploring this area and seeing all what's here. Man, this is a beautiful piece of property that Kim and Randy bought. It's a really nice ranch. It's for growing animals. This is going to be a really cool place to be working out of and working with for the next months and however long I'm here on this mission. We have two nice vortexes on the upper end of the property, and they are definitely multi-dimensional vortexes. You can see it in the trees as you walk up, and just like any other vortex that's out west, all you have to do is look into it and you can feel which chakras it works to. Multi-dimensional vortexes hit multiple chakras, each chakra being a dimensional portal, and each one having a certain use, a certain set of aspects, and a certain library of knowledge that comes with the various chakras. Anyway, I went exploring all around and probably did 30-40 miles just checking it all out. Went down to the Crystal River, and that is an amazing place. It is just as blue and beautiful as it can possibly be. And there's a big lake, huge lake, that's just to, let's see here, it's going to be north back there. It's to the north of me, and it is just absolutely incredible. The scenery around here with the rolling hills and the live oaks and the Spanish moss all in it, along with the crystal clear rivers and lakes, and it's going to be a nice place to work from. I noticed when I was on my bike ride that the energy is very clean around here. It's a lot of the negativities have been released, which seems to be occurring all around everywhere now. Just because negativities are released and just because energy is clean does not mean it's high vibrating, though. It's gonna take some doing to get this area in a much higher vibration than it is now. There seems to be a multitude of people that are stepping into 4D, accessing the fourth dimension in this area. I hadn't really felt anybody vibrating that much higher, though, which is going to be interesting for me to deal with, trying to find others of like mind, if there are any in this area, other than my friends Kim and Randy, whose property it is, and he'll be coming up every few weeks here. Oh man, the missions are always fun. This is going to be an interesting one. I need to go down to Crystal River Nuclear Power Plant and explore that area and just feel what I get from that. Last night was the first night in a while that I've had time alone and could meditate and really go see some old friends and people I care about and people I've cared about. It's quite interesting how so many of those that I thought would be stepping into 5D and truly living from their heart didn't make it, and how people who I thought would or would not have. That's a very interesting thing to perceive and to witness. And there's a big snow globe, multi-dimensional snow globe effect going on right now, and I am definitely getting recalibrated again. It happens every time you take a new initiation. You hold higher light and you have new dimensional awarenesses. All the the brain wiring has got to be disconnected and find its new connection points. And yeah, I'm definitely going through that right now. And it's interesting to have talked to somebody in Asheville that were too. Who knows what's going to happen at the end of this year? I do know that I'm so ready to be off of 3D, 4D Earth and into 5D or higher. But I'm here for the duration until we shift Mother Earth into... Well, I don't want to set a postulate as that. If I get my light ship back, if I get a chance, I'm out of here, guys. Gone. I don't want to set a postulate like that. I know I volunteered to be here on Earth throughout this shift. I remember quite well my contracts. But it seems like there's a lot of people who had chance at going 5D and who, because of their ego and because of their fears about what other people would think about them, they say they're in their heart, but they live in a state of conditional love. And some of these people I've been very close to. Some of these people I love very much. And conditional love is not 5D, nor is it truly living in the heart. That is the actor's heart, acting like you're in your heart. To be in 5D and truly living from your heart, you have to have unconditional love for all those people around you. And it does not work in any other way. You can activate your heart chakra and not realizing what unconditional love is all about. You can go through your 5th and your 6th initiation, but by the time you hit your 7th, you got to have that worked out. And that's just the rules of the game. That's just how it works. You cannot take higher chakra initiations until you've completed your old learning lessons and you've advanced. You've graduated, and initiations is graduations. That's exactly what it is. You cannot go to the next level unless you've completed the last. And anyway, in going and visiting others and perceiving what they're going through, seeing what they're going through. Now, I can see so many that are caught in that state where they're talking about being in their heart. They know we're going there. They just haven't made it yet. And guys, this is not judgment. It's observations and trying to state just what I feel. It doesn't matter, what I think about anybody else. It doesn't matter what anybody else thinks about me. The only thing that matters to me is what I feel about myself. And I'm just fine. Oh man, it is what it is. And sometimes we've got to, in the same recalibrations that we're going through ourselves, we've got to cut ties with many of those who are choosing not to step up to the plate and go to their next levels. They will, sooner or later. In my last being able to view online, when I came down from Asheville and stayed at Kim's, I noticed how so many people are having these same messages that I'm trying to express right now. Seeing those that we care about who've had the chance at activating their heart chakras but chose not to, going through their tough times, remaining in their 3D, 4D illusion and not seeing exactly what the game is, how to master the game. You can only master the game when you surrender and when you truly start becoming in service to others and not to yourself. And that's the difference between a 4D and a 5D right there. When you get to 5D, you've got to be more balanced, actually over that 51% in service to others. By the time you get to your 8th initiation and you start working on those galactic initiations, you are in 100% service to others. It's not any longer service to self. And you find that sometimes that working on your initiations is that service to others, and in so doing, a lot of times you might be finding yourself pulling away from those who are not going through their process, are not being focused on their spiritual side, are not choosing to focus on their higher alignment, their spiritual self, rather than the physical self and all the materialism and the things. And it's just a thing. We've got to pull away. And God, it's so interesting to see. And at least listening to Dr. Stephen Greer's tapes on the meditations that we use to call in the extraterrestrials, and to have encounters of the 5th kind, which is face-to-face encounters, and that's where we're going to. Those of us who are focused in on the highest levels available, the non-linear thinking, are attuning to that 6th dimensional spherical concept of, of how we view things, of how we see things, of how we radiate out, of where our thoughts go. And I guess now is a good time to talk about that again. 3D is linear thinking. It's kind of like a sniper or an animal that's trying to get some prey. It's tunnel visioned, and it does not see past here. It sees from point A to point B, and that's about it. 5th dimensional thinking is vertical thinking. It's a column up your antaprana, back up to source and your higher chakras, and you're perceiving in a line, but it goes vertical. 4D is between. It's at a 45 between the 5D and the 3D. And 4th dimensional thinking, you realize that you have a connection to source, but you don't realize that that connection is inside, and that it is us who is manifesting our realities. 3D, that linear thinking, those realities are always the exterior. God and source and knowledge is always on the exterior of you. You do not realize that it is on the interior. 4D, you're starting to realize a connection to source, but you haven't really made that connection. You haven't gotten to that higher living totally by the source that's only found within the heart. And 5D, you are connected to source, and you're a part of it, but you're still in a linear thinking. You're still in that column of light connecting to your antaprana and to source, and you're at that point you're still a fragment. 6D is a spherical thinking. You are thinking beaming out in every direction. However you do it, it's you're radiating out, and you are not limited to linear thinking any longer. You realize you are connected to all that is. You are quite aware and awake that you're connected. You're one with all. You're one with the trees. You're one with the animals. You're one with this table. You're one with this computer. You're one with each and every individual. Everything is consciousness, and you can connect to any part of that consciousness, and that is 6th dimensional spherical non-linear thinking. And that's interesting to hear Dr. Stephen Greer speaking about. This is where we have to go if we're going to be ambassadors to the ETs. Anyway, I'm coming up on the end of this video, and it's a beautiful place here. I'll get these videos out when I can. Bye for now. Love you guys.